The all-new Laurel Park is beyond your expectations. Feel the anticipation.
Is this long shot?
Witness the speed. Experience the thrill.
Hi, Laurel Park racing fans, and welcome to the Sunday recap show. All the replays from start to finish from Sunday afternoon here at Laurel Park under cloudy skies and rainy conditions for the Sunday card. The track is listed as muddy, so we have 9 races on the card and a little bit of a pick 6 carryover of 1,417. Super High Five starts in the 3rd race with more than 7 wagering interests in there, and a 2,346 carryover in the High Five. You can stay on track of what's happening on Maryland racing, the entire scene. Get your weekly email. Go to laurelpark.com/email. Enter your email address, and you'll get a weekly recap, a list of upcoming events here in Maryland, promotions, and racing information. So here's the first leg of the early pick 5 of the mandatory payout, the first of 9 on Sunday afternoon. Lined up. And they're off. Blue Hen Madness off to a very sharp start, going right to the front. From Greeley's busting out is prompting hard to the inside, and Greeley's busting out has grabbed the narrow lead. Carolina Gold right there. A close third to the outside, then Port Cocher. In advance of Missin' Maggie, who's next, and Eskin Lady trailing the field. Fierce pace up front with 4 furlongs left to go. Greeley's busting out to the inside. On the outside is Carolina Gold, who's also pitching in. There's a real battle going up front as Blue Hen Madness is still there in between horses, and Port Cocher enjoying the duel and spying the leaders now from 4th and about to surge up into 3rd. But in the meantime, Carolina Gold gets away and disposing of Blue Hen Madness for the moment. The outside is Port Cocher racing 3rd position as they swing into the stretch at the 3/16 pole. Carolina Gold has the lead by 2 lengths from Blue Hen Madness, and Port Cocher on the outside still trying to gain some ground and momentum. Port Cocher on the outside gradually reaching Carolina Gold with a 16th of a mile left to run. Port Cocher and Carolina Gold 1-2. Then 3rd is Blue Hen Madness. It's Port Cocher and Kevin Gomez. Port Cocher, Carolina Gold, Eskin Lady, then Blue Hen Madness. All in. And they're off. Florida Force, Bad Nana up there with early speed, and Fair Me got a good break at the far outside. Here's Tiz Madness in between horses, racing up close too. From 4th, an African Wildcat down inside of that, and Golden Treasury at the back of the pack. They're led by Bad Nana now. Bad Nana from Fair Me just 2nd. Bad Nana neck from Fair Me keeping pace on the outside. African Wildcat pushing up at the fence a close 3rd. Length and a half more, and Tiz Madness. Fluid de Force is settled now some 4 to 5 lengths off the pacemaker, and Golden Treasury is the last runner, heading on for the far turn with 5/8 of a mile left to go. It is Bad Nana up top with Fair Me right there outside. African Wildcat, Fleur de Force back at him on the far outside. Fleur de Force, red colors now coming back 3rd position, and now within a length and 3/4 of the front. They are followed by Golden Treasury, and Tiz Madness dropped out to last position with 3.5 to run. Bad Nana still there with Fair Me and Florida Force driven on the outside from third, and Golden Treasury deeper out of the track in fourth, and African Wildcat is in fifth position, and Tiz Madness, they're at the top of the stretch. Four of them almost in a line as Bad Nana cuts the corner and kicks on for home. Florida Force, Fair Me battles on onto a drive, and Golden Treasury out of the middle of the track. Golden Treasury now driven on the far outside, coming perhaps to a narrow lead. Florida Force is right there, and Bad Nana and Fair Me still there with a chance. A 16th of a mile left to go, and Florida Force is in front. Golden Treasury, the inside Bad Nana, late run Tiz Madness, far outside again. Florida Force wins from Golden Treasury. Florida Force with their fourth Laurel score. Willie. And they're off. Ooh, a bad stumble and unseating the rider. Just been jamming. Louis Garcia down on the ground there. Stumbled right out of the gate. Louis Garcia dumped right at the start. So they journeyed up the back stretch now, and leading the way is Hey Willie, who gets away with good speed from Risky Guy by 2.5 lengths, about the same margin. Apollo Landing is in third. Ghostly Games, Bo Ziggity in another 3 back in the field, and Right Wood and Super Check is last of them all as they race on for the far turn run. Louis Garcia being attended to, still on the ground there, has just been jamming, unseated the jockey right at the start. 4 furlongs left to go, and it's Hey Willie up there from Risky Guy by a length and 3/4, and here's Apollo Landing in third position as they round that turn. Ghostly Games is at the rail. Ghostly Games just went past Apollo Landing, taking third spot in Rightwood at the outside of Bo Ziggity, who's dropping back rail another 5 lengths back, and Super Check trailing the field at the quarter pole, the top of the stretch now. Hey Willie, the one to reel in from Risky Guy in second, and at the rail is Ghostly Games in third. The others better get going if they want to catch Hey Willie. Hey Willie now pouring it on and opening up 6, a furlong left to go. Risky Guy attempting to hang on to second. Ghostly Games of that rail run, and Rightwood of the far outside trying to surge into the exact double. The 16th left to go. Hey Willie in a sharp, good looking win here. He's up at the end to win by 5. Rightwood was second. Ghostly Games was third. Then Risky Guy and Super Check or Apollo Landing, Bo Ziggity. Time is 1:25.49. There will be a steward's inquiry. And they're off. Miss Bellicose out for early foot. You are still the one, and Shekor will settle back now. And between horses is fooling around, is punching up close to, and Little Stormin in the second group. Little Stormin runs up on the inside now. Miss Bellicose. Miss Bellicose now 3/4 of a length. Little Stormin is right there, pushing through down to the inside, and fooling around is back in third position. You are still the one, and Shekor is about mid-flight. And one last cast, and Ruby's Fire, and it's well back. Mila Jane. Mila Jane is last, has to make up 18 now. So that leader going a solid pace out there. The great filly Miss Bellicose leads the way from Longshot Little Storm in second. It's fooling around racing in third position, and Shekor the outside of You Are Still the One, as one last cast is dropping to the back of the packet, followed by Ruby's Fire, and Mila Jane still the last runner. Into the far turn run, Miss Bellicose still making that pace from Little Storm, and Miss Bellicose trying to get rid of Little Storm, and is in hot pursuit from the second spot. It's another 6 lengths back, fooling around, and Shekor is trying to work forward from fourth the outside, and Shekor now just about to take that third position. Mila Jane has moved from the back of the pack. 8 lengths to close in and 1/4 of a mile to go. They make the turn for home. The second wire finish, Miss Bellicose. Shekor rallying on the far outside, and here's Mila Jane with room on the inside, and room to roam through is Mila Jane. Mila Jane and Shekor down to settle it. Mila Jane from the back of the pack. Second, Shekor. They're kicking well clear the early pace mega. Miss Bellicose fading off the scene in third position, but still holding third with a 16th to go. Mila Jane and Elvis Trujillo and Shekor. Mila Jane, Shekor to the second wire finish, and Miss Bellicose in one last cast will be fourth, and Little Storm in fifth. And they're off. Malibu Sunset fast out of the air with Dukin with the deal, an industry leader on the chase from third position, a length and a half more. And next is Legend Keeper. Troubled Waters racing the outside, and the Iron Bank is last at the rail. 5.5 lengths covers the field as they head on for the far turn run. Malibu Sunset, the pacemaker. Malibu Sunset, industry leaders in the chase in second spot. Duke and Woodale's backed off a bit in third position, about mid-pack now as they round the turn with 3 furlongs to go. And Troubled Waters is next in line. The Iron Bank gets the rail run as they move toward the top of the stretch with 1/4 of a mile to go. And the leader is Malibu Sunset. Malibu Sunset sets sail. Duke and Woodale is taken outside under a drive second, has 4 to make up. Into the stretch at the 3/16, and it's Malibu Sunset trying to stay, but bearing down is Duke and Woodale on the outside. Duke and Woodale and Malibu Sunset. Malibu Sunset just holding Duke and Woodale, and Duke and Woodale grabs the lead right there at the 16th pole. Duke and Woodale, 2 for Carlos Carrasco, triple for Claudio Gonzalez. Malibu Sunset was second, and the Iron Bank was third. Industry leader Legend Keeper. They are all in, and they're off. Lenny B setting out to the front. St. Penny with good early speed too. Miss Krivoruchka's back in third position. The opening furlong now passed by Intrepid Forest, who wants a piece of the pace and is pushing through on the inside courtesy of Lenny B. So Lenny B, Intrepid Forest hook up with St. Penny on the outside, making three right across the track. Miss Krivoruchka is well settled in fourth position and out in the clear. Southern Christmas on the inside of Miss Krivoruchka, and it's back to My Golden Rose. Another three back and Bring Me Answers, and Dixie Rose in the back of the pack. About 11 lengths from first to last, heading over the far turn run. St. Penny on the outside going on. Intrepid Forest is right there too. As they round the turn, St. Penny's grabbed that lead by a half length. Lenny B now just second from Intrepid Forest, battling along but losing ground. Miss Krivoruchka's cruising right along, is pushed into second with less than 3 furlongs left to go. So St. Penny is the target up front now. Miss Krivoruchka trying to make a run at her from second to the outside. Lenny B is in third position, and My Golden Rose and Dixie Rose, the one widest out into the stretch at the 360s. St. Penny takes off. St. Penny, Miss Krivoruchka's back battling second, and Lenny B is in third. My Golden Rose and Dixie Rose with a furlong left to go. St. Penny, Miss Krivoruchka, the good game run coming back again on the outside. Miss Krivoruchka, St. Penny trying to reach for the line. Desperate St. Penny, Miss Krivoruchka, St. Penny, Miss Krivoruchka, Miss Krivoruchka got her. St. Penny, Miss Krivoruchka, St. Penny in the photo together. Then it was Bring Me Answers or Lenny B in My Golden Rose. And they're off. Prime Time Man, Spirit Grabber, the entry out for the early advantage onto the turn run, and Southside Warrior will settle nicely right off that leader now. It is Spirit Grabber. Southside Warrior second, and Prime Time Man on the outside. And between horses is Mythos in that grouping two. Papa Zulu Rail, then Apollodoro de Damasco. Team Tim about the three path, improving just a spot, and Monkey's Medal is last. 7 lengths will cover that field. Moderate pace going, and it's Spirit Grabber from Southside Warrior by a neck. Length and a half more in Mythos. Alongside of that one is Prime Time Man. And Papa Zulu in mid-pack, and Team Tim, Apollo Doro de Damasco, and Monkey's Medal the last runner. About 5 furlongs left to go. It's been an even steady pace. A Spirit Grabber leading it 3/4 of a length from Southside Warrior. On the inside is Mythos just in third position, and Prime Time Man. Papa Zulu asked for a little more run to play catch up on that pacemaker. Team Tim still 7 from the front of Paulo de Damasco, and last is Monkey's Medal. Into the far turn, and it's Spirit Grabber, Southside Warrior trying to grab Spirit Grabber. Mythos third to the inside. Prime Time Man is there, and Papa Zulu in between horses trying to punch on through with some run with 2.5 furlongs to go. Team Tim is driven along. Top of the stretch now, and it's Spirit Grabber from Southside Warrior, Prime Time out of the outside, and Papa Zulu and Mythos and Team Tim into the stretch. It is Spirit Grabber and Elvis Trujillo. Slowed it down, got a little more left, 2.5 in front and kicking away from Southside Warrior is giving it one more try, and Prime Time Man on the outside. Papa Zulu is fourth at the rail. They're close to the wire now. It's Spirit Grabber from Southside Warrior. Spirit Grabber fending out Southside Warrior. Spirit Grabber all the way. Southside Warrior, Prime Time Man, Papa Zulu, Monkey's Medal, and Team Tim. And they're off. Showalter with a quick break. Here's Even Thunder the Gray punching through, and along with Colonel Sharp, and Never Gone South is right there at the rail. Four of them in a good scramble early. Five in front from Irish Colonel. Alongside of that is Mr. Benz and Fellowship. And Blast is measured. Measured now about 11 from the front. Pace is hot as they head onto the far turn run. Never Gone South and Colonel Sharp knocking heads, and Showalter is keeping up with them on the outside for the moment. Another 2 lengths back, and it's Even Thunder in fourth position. Irish Colonel at the rail in fifth, and Fellowship has 5 to make up around the far turn. And back to Mr. Benz with 1 beaten. It's measured trailing the field. So midpoint on that turn, and it's Colonel Sharp up front. Showalter on the outside, still right there. Never Gone South drops back a bit. Even Thunder is next. They're followed by Irish Colonel, and the far outside here is Fellowship stoking up a rally now into the stretch with 3/16 to run. Showalter, Fellowship on the outside. The battling Colonel Sharp near the inside. Priest right across the track. Fellowship on the outside. Colonel Sharp and Showalter. Ultra game between horses. A 16th left to go. Fellowship and Steve Hamilton. Fellowship moving away to win it. Colonel Sharp or Showalter for second. Very tight there. Then Irish Colonel and measured. Last one in. And they're off. Mo Focus bobble just slightly at the spot, recovers and goes right out toward that early lead. So it is Mo Focused out with early speed, along with Pachi Cruz alongside. Papa Cho racing third position, and Union Blues and Ogeechee right there at the rail. First 5 separated by only about 3 lengths. Charlie's Darlin racing to the back of the pack, and Gotham News. And between horses, a Circle of Light and Mischievous Dan. A lot to do now, as about 13 or 14, maybe more to make up heading into the far turn, or it's Mo Focus setting sail from Pachi Cruz, take over by a length. It's Union Blues in third, and Ogeechee at the rail fourth position. It's 4 more lengths. Papa Cho, Gotham News, ground saving round that far turn run. Charlie's Darlin, Circle of Light, and Mischievous Dan into the turn, and Pachi Cruz coming right back, and Mo Focus. Mo Focus got a battle now. Pachi Cruz heating up that pressure, and Union Blues in a perfect spot to pounce on them, coming 3 wide with a run at the quarter pole. It's 7 more lengths back, and Ogeechee is next in between horses. Gotham News and Papa Cho to the outside. Circle of Light saving ground into the stretch now. Union Blues and Pachi Cruz in between horses. Mo Focus weakening up, fading in third position on the left lead. Final furlong, and it's Union Blues kicking away length and a half from Pachi Cruz. A little late run from Gotham News to run into the triple, and here's Union Blues. Union Blues, Pachi Cruz, and Gotham News was third. Mo Focus and Ogeechee. Time a minute 25.30. That's it for the Sunday program here at Laurel Park. Join us Friday, post time at 12:30. This past Saturday, we had the first day of our Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament. You can still join in the fun. Cure the Winter Blues handicapping tournament with weekly prizes. Join at Guest Services. Our weekly handicapping tournament, Cure the Winter Blues, every Saturday here at Laurel Park. You get to play races from Laurel Park and a couple of select races from Gulfstream Park to spice up the handicapping action. That's it for the Sunday card. We'll see you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. First race post time here at Laurel Park at 12:30.